You need to watch this if you struggle with getting women's attention. Have you ever wondered why women treat some men like garbage while desperately chasing others? If you think the answer is money or looks, you are delusional. There are many good-looking guys who can't get a single date, and many rich guys who only get used by women for their money. So, what is the real secret? The answer is simple. High-value men know how to ignore women. The truth is that 90% of men are simps, desperate to get a woman to talk to them. High-value men are the opposite. They know exactly how to ignore women, and that drives them insane. Women crave attention, and once you stop giving it to them, you immediately stand out from most other men. However, you need to know how to do it correctly. There is a psychology behind how to correctly ignore women, and by the end of this video, you will learn exactly how to apply it yourself. We will go over 8 reasons why high-value men ignore women and how you can implement these tactics to level up your dating game. And make sure to stick around for the last point, it's my favorite. Remember, you are the prize. Start acting like it. Fellas, listen up. A woman wakes up, rolls over and grabs her phone. What does she see? Hundreds of notifications, DMs from thirsty guys vying for her attention. They're practically throwing themselves at her before she's even had her coffee. This constant barrage of free attention inflates her ego to an astronomical level. She starts to think she's doing something special just by existing. A high-value man, however, understands that attention is a currency. He doesn't just hand it out for free like some discount coupon. He might meet a woman, introduce himself, create a spark. But after that, the free attention stops. He's put himself on her radar, but he doesn't treat her like she's anything special afterward. This is where the confusion sets in for her. Why isn't he chasing her like all the other guys? Why isn't he blowing up her phone, liking all her pictures, showering her with compliments? It's simple. He's not like the other guys. He's a high-value man, and his attention is earned, not given. This kind of behavior, or lack thereof, will leave her wondering. She's used to a certain level of attention, a certain level of validation. When you withhold that, it creates intrigue. It makes you a challenge. She'll start to question herself, wondering why you're not giving her the attention she's so used to receiving. This is where you want her, gentlemen. You want her to crave your attention, to work for it. High-value men are on a mission. They have goals, ambitions, and they're laser-focused on achieving them. They don't have time for meaningless distractions, for frivolous pursuits, for constantly chasing after women. Instead of wasting time on fleeting pleasures, these men are building empires. They're investing in themselves, in their careers, in their passions. They understand that success is the ultimate aphrodisiac. This drive, this ambition, is what sets them apart from the pack. It's what makes them irresistible to women. While other guys are busy sending heart emojis and crafting the perfect pickup lines, high-value men are out there making things happen. They're not sitting around waiting for opportunities to fall into their laps. They're creating their own opportunities. They're not hoping to get lucky. They're making their own luck. And let me tell you something, ladies, there's nothing more attractive than a man with a purpose. A man who knows what he wants and goes after it relentlessly. A man who's in control of his own destiny. Let's be real, gentlemen. Fortune favors the bold. High-value men understand this. They don't sit on the sidelines waiting for life to happen to them. They're not afraid to take risks, to make the first move, to go after what they want. They see a woman they're attracted to, they approach her, they don't hesitate, they don't overthink it, they just go for it. Why? Because they know that passivity is the death knell of attraction. Waiting around, hoping she'll magically notice you, is a fool's errand. It's the path to endless frustration, to missed opportunities, to a life filled with what-ifs. Being passive is not an option. It's time to shed that fear, that hesitation, and step into your power. Approach her with confidence, with purpose, with a clear intention. Let her know you're interested. Don't beat around the bush, don't play games, just be direct. Remember, men are the pursuers, the hunters. It's in our DNA. It's time to reclaim that masculine energy, that drive, that boldness. Chapter 4. Be comfortable being alone. We've all encountered them, those guys who are perpetually attached. They jump from one relationship to the next, terrified of being alone with their own thoughts. They crave validation, companionship, and they'll settle for anything just to avoid facing themselves. High-value men, on the other hand, are comfortable in their own skin. They relish solitude. They understand that being alone doesn't equate to being lonely. They use this time to recharge, to reflect, to pursue their passions without distractions. They know their worth, and they don't need a woman to validate them. This self-assurance, this inner strength is incredibly alluring to women. It's a breath of fresh air in a world saturated with insecurity and neediness. When you're comfortable being alone, it shows. You're not clinging to women, you're not desperate for their attention. You're content with your own company, and that makes you all the more desirable. Women can sense this confidence, this self-assuredness, and it draws them in. They want to be around a man who's comfortable in his own skin, a man who doesn't need them to complete him. Chapter 5. Ignore the drama. Let's be clear, gentlemen, high-value men don't entertain drama. They don't have time for it, and they certainly don't reward it. If a woman is constantly starting arguments, picking fights, creating unnecessary drama, they walk away. They understand that this kind of behavior is a sign of disrespect, a lack of maturity, and a complete waste of their time and energy. They'd rather invest their time and energy in something productive, something meaningful, something that adds value to their lives. Now, this doesn't mean you should tolerate disrespect. It simply means you don't engage in it. You don't give it the satisfaction of a reaction. You remain calm, collected, and you walk away from the situation. This sends a powerful message. You're not going to tolerate her nonsense. You're not going to play her games. You have standards, and you're not afraid to enforce them. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. If you allow her to walk all over you, to disrespect you, to create drama, you're setting a precedent. You're telling her that this kind of behavior is acceptable. Chapter 6. Be direct and decisive. High-value men are masters of communication. They say what they mean, and they mean what they say. They don't beat around the bush, they don't play mind games, and they certainly don't waste time on ambiguity. They're direct, they're assertive, and they're not afraid to express their intentions. This clarity is refreshing for women. It eliminates the guesswork, the uncertainty, the constant need for interpretation. They know where they stand with a high-value man. There's no room for misinterpretation, no need to decipher hidden meanings. This directness extends to all aspects of their interactions with women. They're clear about their intentions, their expectations, and their boundaries. They don't waste time playing the friend zone game. They don't send mixed signals. They're either interested or they're not, and they make that clear from the outset. This level of directness can be intimidating to some women, especially those who are used to men who are afraid to express their true feelings. But for women who are secure in themselves, who value honesty and authenticity, it's a breath of fresh air. Chapter 7. Your time is valuable. Gentlemen, your time is your most valuable asset. High-value men understand this. They don't waste it on people or activities that don't add value to their lives. They have goals, they have ambitions, and they're strategic about how they spend their time. This means they're not going to drop everything at a moment's notice just because a woman wants their attention. They have their own lives, their own schedules, their own commitments. And while they're happy to make time for the right woman, they're not going to rearrange their entire lives for someone they've just met. This doesn't mean they're playing hard to get. It simply means they value their time, and they're not going to apologize for it. They understand that scarcity creates value. If you're always available, always at her beck and call, you become less desirable. You become predictable, boring, and frankly, a little pathetic. Women are attracted to men who have their own lives, their own passions, their own sense of purpose. They want a man who's going places, a man who's in demand, a man whose time is valuable. Chapter 8. It's all about mindset. Gentlemen, let me tell you something. Confidence is king. High-value men exude an aura of self-assurance that's magnetic. They know their worth, they believe in themselves, and they don't need external validation to feel good about who they are. This unshakable confidence is a byproduct of their mindset. They see themselves as the prize, as the catch, as the men women should be chasing. And because they believe it, others start to believe it too. This mindset shift is crucial. You can't fake confidence. It has to come from within. You need to truly believe in yourself, in your value, in your worthiness. Once you do, everything else falls into place. Your interactions with women become effortless. You're no longer intimidated, you're no longer seeking validation, you're simply being yourself. And that, gentlemen, is the most attractive quality of all. So how do you cultivate this high-value mindset? It starts with self-improvement. Invest in yourself. Work on your physical health, your mental health, your career, your finances. The more you improve yourself, the more confident you'll become. So there you have it, gentlemen. 8 reasons why high-value men ignore women. Remember, it's not about being rude, disrespectful, or playing games. It's about knowing your worth, setting boundaries, and not settling for anything less than you deserve. Implementing these tactics will not only elevate your dating life, but also improve your overall quality of life. You'll attract higher quality partners, command more respect, and achieve greater success in all areas of your life. Remember that, by the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time, this is Hercules Way.